message out there. If you're a young girl and you're thinking about it, you come from poverty. I talk about poverty because I come from poverty, and I know how poverty is kind of like embarrassing. It's not kind of embarrassing, it's embarrassing. It's disgusting living in poverty. It's disgusting not having the correct or the type of house that you want to have. It's disgusting, and we should be able to talk about it, you know, because people are just saying, oh, I have to carry on. I'm so mean with my body that, like, I don't want to push to the next generation a legacy of poverty. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, karibu sana. So right now, as you can see, I'm walking through the forest. I'm actually in Nyahururu. As you know, I was born in Nyahururu, so this is somewhere where I have like deep roots. So I'm actually traveling back, but so you see, this is where we pass through when we are leaving home. And I just thought I've been wanting to do like a video talking about having children. I did a video talking about reasons why the current generation people are not having children in the year 2025. And right now, as you can see, I'm actually in the village and I've gathered new concepts. I have a new way of seeing things. For me, coming back to the village always kind of like reminds me of the story, of my story, my origin and all of that. And this time around it actually did. And I go back to the topic of why women are regretting having children. Okay, because here in the village, as you know, people normally have a lot of children. Like you'll find somebody with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not to say that children are bad, but women are actually regretting having children. Because, for example, here in the village, the main source of income is farming. Okay, so the moment somebody has children without a purpose, they just end up being slaves of these kids. Okay, so you have to till the land like 24/7 just to feed them. So most of these people normally have children, and you know, of course, even in the villages, the burden of raising the child belongs to the mother. The father is just supposed to be a provider, but the mother carries the burden of emotional burden of the children, sometimes physical and sometimes financial, because most of the time maybe the man is like, here in the village people are not used to luxuries, so the man can be like, no, you can do without that, but the mother carries the weight, which makes them to till the land so much. And so one of the reasons women are regretting having children is like the financial burden, emotional burden that you have to carry. Because most of the time, men can be able to move away after impregnating you. Men can be able to move on with their lives, but you as a mother, you're kind of like stuck. Recently, I was speaking to some people and they were telling me they actually have children, and they were telling me that as far as people don't want to agree to this situation, like, people should be informed. If you know for sure like you can't be able to take care of somebody, you'd rather not bring anybody to this world just to make them feel like suffering and all of that. So as you can see, I'm kind of like climbing through the forest. Over here it's a good life, very fresh, as you can see. Okay, it's very fresh, the birds are chirping, and when I come back to the village, it normally reminds me of so many reasons why having children without a plan is a bad idea. Because most people in the village, it's kind of like the whole thing of family is kind of like adopted from one person to the other, from generation to the other. You're kind of like automatically expected to have a family, and if you can't do that, then you're termed as a failure. But then thinking about it, most people in the village are not even able to afford the basic things. We afford food because you're a farmer, but what about a good life? What about a life without struggles? Okay, and this video I'm doing it in the village right now. Also, just wanting to highlight the kind of life people are living out here. Life in the village it's a good life when you have the right resources, but most of the time there's no resources to have that good life. So you end up just bringing 20 children to the world just for them to suffer from every worst decision of your life. Okay, you bring children just to be slaves of the farm with no support, no nothing. So this is a topic that actually needs discussion, and people should feel comfortable to discuss about it, because it's actually like a normal, like a disaster, and we should be able to call out each other. We should be able to give each other the right advice. Yeah, so bring it back. What? Mom. Thinking about like life in the village have made me to rethink that. I have done videos talking about why people are stopping to have children in the year 2025, and I just want to kind of like expound on that. Coming back to the village always kind of like brings back my idea of like the reason why people should reduce the number of children they are having, or the reason why people should actually stop having children. In the village, you know, people normally have a lot of children. Like sometimes it's 6, sometimes 7, 8, 9, 10, and sometimes this number is overwhelming for these parents. Okay, most of the time people who are born in the village, they end up in just complete poverty. One day I'll actually show you the background and how people normally live the worst lives, not the right amenities. Water is being gotten from the borehole. There is water from the borehole. There is sometimes no electricity, although we are lucky this village have electricity. No electricity, there is not the right amenities inside the house. So it's kind of like a life full of struggles, and most of the parents, after they start having children, because now they have to take the children to school and the main source of income is farming, you can just imagine how hard it is for these parents to even put a plate on the table. So just on the topic of like why people should stop like having a lot of children, okay, and why as a woman you're supposed to be so like so mean with your body, because like when I look around, especially coming back to the village, and I know you too, if you actually live in the city, when you go back to the village, you just see people, like people whose dreams, especially women, dreams were cut short because of like having a lot of children. Sometimes it's marriage that doesn't work, sometimes it's marriage that doesn't make you to grow as a person. So there's a lot of things to discuss in terms of like the reasons why you should have children or the reasons why you should not have children. Okay, nobody is trying to tell you what to do with your body, but I just want to throw this message out there. If you're a young girl and you're thinking about it, you come from poverty. I talk about poverty because I come from poverty, and I know how poverty is kind of like embarrassing. It's not kind of embarrassing, it's embarrassing. It's disgusting living in poverty. It's disgusting not having the correct or the type of house that you want to have. It's disgusting, and we should be able to talk about it, you know, because people are just saying, oh, I have to carry on. I'm so mean with my body that like I don't want to push to the next generation a legacy of poverty, a legacy of just just that. So I just wanted to share that. Maybe I might add some thoughts on that when I think about it, or when I'm still traveling. I'll stop by somewhere and give you the idea, but that is my idea right now. I don't want to pass down a legacy of poverty. Okay, if you don't have a legacy to pass down, please, please, let us be so cautious what we are giving to our children, and let us be able to give the children the best life. And thank you so much for watching.